Tennessee Tech head coach Bobby Wilder, the team coming off a 66-20 win against Western Illinois to move to 5-0 on the season. This week at Charleston Southern, Saturday afternoon. Coach, just some general thoughts on your team and its win, and we'll go to some questions.
Very excited to get this win, get to 2-0 in the conference, Kyle. 5-0 overall, move up in the national rankings as high as number 7 in the coaches poll, which this is the first time in the history of Tennessee Tech football. I've been playing football for 104 years here, so to have that is pretty special for everybody involved with the university. Give credit to Joe Davis, Western Illinois. That's tough travel. We know that because we had that same tough travel last year. This was a competitive football game until about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, and then we outscored them from that point 42-3. The rest of the way throughout the game, the offense was exceptional. They challenged us. They played a lot of man coverage, forced it into a throw game, and Keikoa Vesperis responded. He was the conference player of the week, accounted for 430 yards of offense, played really well. Noah Robinson, wide receiver, this is his second consecutive good football game for us. Scored 3 touchdowns. Defensively, we had a couple breakdowns in this game, coverage-wise, in the back end that we need to get fixed. Overall, another exceptional performance on defense. We're one of the top defenses in the nation right now, especially in making havoc plays, which are sacks, TFLs, interceptions, fumble recoveries. Special teams, Dom LeBlanc was really good. Spencer Ashby had a 50-yard punt inside the 1. So overall, excited with this performance. Still a lot to work on the Tennessee Tech side to be the team that we want to be.
Earlier, Charleston Southern's coach, he talked about your punting, that you haven't had to punt a lot this year, and now watching it. So talk about like how you work on some things like that your offense has been so good that how you get your punter to keep doing the things like you just mentioned.
Yeah, we've had a really good problem, if you will, in that we have kicked off more this year than we did the entirety of last year. We're averaging 9 kickoffs per game right now, which is a lot. If you do the math on that, Kyle, that's a 60-yard sprint times 9. That's 630 yards of sprints for the starters on the kickoff team. We've Dom LeBlanc is double everybody else in the league in terms of extra points. So we're doing a lot of that. We're doing a lot of point after touchdown and a lot of kickoff. We're doing a lot of punt return right now. So there's really 3 phases. We're getting a lot of work in 3 phases that we're not: kickoff return, punting the ball, and then PAT field goal block. So we spend a lot of time on those areas in practice. I'll take that problem all day, every day, and twice on Sunday.
You had another pick 6. Talk about that again. Just another right place, making the right play at the right time.
Just so exciting watching our defense right now, just how hard they play, Kyle. That's what I'm most proud of. Take scheme out of it, take talent out of it, take all that out of it. Just having guys on the field that play hard, that take pride in playing as hard the first play as the last. We've studied our play numbers so far this year, and we're averaging 175 plays per game. And the goal for our football program is that if Kyle turned a video on and didn't know if it was play 1 or play 175, it would look exactly the same to Kyle. So that's something we take pride in. And on that particular play, Kyle, you asked about, we had that pin punt by Spencer Ashby at the 1. We had him backed up. We put tremendous pressure on the quarterback, and Andrew Smith anticipated an outcut on the sideline, stepped in front of it, picked, scored. That's his second touchdown in 2 weeks as a corner, intercepting the ball. Last week at Tennessee State, he took one back 94 yards. This one was 16. So to see our defense do that, create havoc plays, create turnovers, and score the ball is good for the program.
How's that depth help in playing so many players? And you talked about, everybody playing hard. The people who aren't playing as much probably want to play extra hard so they get more reps.
That's happened in practice today. Everybody's out there in the pouring rain, and it looks like we're in a game. If you take plays off, if you're not committed to effort, you're going to lose your reps. And so it's that way in practice. Everybody competes every snap in practice, whether it's special teams, defense, or offense. We have a very mature team, Kyle. We have 40 one-year guys on this team. I've been doing this 34 years. I've never been a part of a team that this veteran. And when you have veteran players, you can talk to them in a veteran manner and they understand the concept of 12 games. They understand the concept of the more guys that can play, the better for our health as a team. For example, Tim Kutras and Logan Weedman, two of our captains, two of our best players, played 740 snaps last year. So they averaged 64 snaps per game, and we didn't have depth. We were only playing about 50 guys last year, and those guys played hurt the entire year. Well, now they're both on pace to play three less games over a 12-game span this year, and they're healthier. It's better for our entire team. And to your initial point, it creates a lot of competition within the team.
Your rush defense, one of the best in the country and the rankings. Charleston Southern likes to run the ball. So talk a little about them and what you've seen on tape from them.
Yeah, I'm excited to make this trip, play this game. This is challenging trip. Four of our next six games are on the road, so we're going to learn a lot about our mental toughness, our ability to travel, our ability to go into another stadium. And I like Gabe a lot. His team, they compete, they play hard. Last year they had us beat at our place. It was 28-23 game, and one of their guys dropped a post for a touchdown, and they should have beat us last year. And Gabe had six of those games last year where they were one-score football games. I mean, Charleston Southern had some difficult finishes last year to their games. And then you look at them this year, as I said to our football team, that typical of a lot of the OVC teams, they got to go play two money games to start. They get hurt, they get beat up, then they get healthy. And look at them now. Their last two home games, Kyle, they played Lindenwood, who we're tied with for first in the league. Lindenwood, Eastern Illinois, all 2-0, and they're beating Lindenwood 21-0 at home. It looks like it's a blowout. And then Lindenwood comes back, veteran quarterback, beats them 35-28, and then they beat South Carolina State at home 31-24, who's the only team to beat us here in Cookeville in 2 years. South Carolina State, they beat us here last year. So the point I made to our football team, you got to throw out the money games. You got to do that with every team in our league, and then just look at who they played and look how good they play at home. So a lot of respect for Gabe, his team. They play hard. They've got really good scheme in all three phases as we're studying them and breaking them down. They play good football. So this is going to be a major challenge for our program.
And they're coming off a last second loss. And when you suffer a loss like that, like is the goal to try to get over it, right? Because you don't want it to become two losses. But how do you a team that might, or maybe they're hungry. So how do you kind of help your team prepare for that, come a team that's hungry for a win?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kyle. You try to get that bad taste out of your mouth as soon as you can. And what was so impressive in that game, Kyle, is Gardner Webb's a good football team. They've got a good quarterback. They turned him over. They were forcing fumbles. They play really hard. And what impressed me the most about Charleston Southern, and this is indicative of who they've been both years I've seen them, is they just never give up. They kept falling behind and coming back, falling behind, coming back, and they tie the game late, and then they lose on a 48-yard field goal. So to your question, you got to get that out as fast as you can, get your corrections, move on to the next opponent, and then I would expect from Charleston Southern they'll play every play of the game hard and compete the entire game.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time as always. Best of luck on Saturday, and then we'll talk to you again next week.
You got it. Thank you, Kyle.